Hey everyone, Fatty from Pack a Punch Traders here. Going to go over my trade today and overall momentum on the day, what has moved, what's failing, what's working. Let's start off with TRKA. I did not trade this, but this was a good call from the watch list. Something I was watching the other week, held it overnight. Last week on this day, was looking for this move to test 17, but ended up getting stuffed, making a higher low, and now we got the demand and push higher that I was looking for. But all happened very nicely this morning. Tested 17 and over and done with. Another play that was a good call was BIOR. This one was we're looking for the multi-day bounce. Got that 30% plus move here from the previous close, and now over and done with this. I don't see this really coming back and making a multi-day breakout. It does have a super low float. I don't know if it will do this kind of volume again. So something to just watch for. But for now, this is what we look for: the spike, the fade, the bounce. Usually the first bounce is the strongest, and from there it's just an ignore typically. Um, BBAI here was a look at late day. I was looking for. I tweeted about it for that high daybreak. If we can just get that momentum shift, we can get a push back into the mid twos for that red to green test. But never shaped up. Low float continues to fade, but selling pressure is really fading here. So could be an area here in the high ones where it stabilizes, makes a double bottom in the 170s, 180s, and then we get a nice high daybreak tomorrow for the bounce play. Um, I missed all of these here. ATXI, this thing just absolutely continues. I was watching BBAI, and I was also doing some work on my boot camp, so totally was distracted and missed this play. We got a nice breakout over the 180s here. Not much resistance there volume wise, but low float. Double top here in the 180s keeps holding up, making higher lows. Demand comes in, holding VWAP is just all in the right direction. Momentum's heading upwards, and from there it's just riding that wave and seeing when shorts stop getting squeezed. Here's a good example where it's a clean play and then it gets really choppy and has a hard time in the low twos. But as you can see here now, in hindsight, shorts got squeezed there. But great play this morning. Open price VWAP reclaim. CYAD totally missed this move. 130s to 250. So it was all pretty quick, all in a matter of half an hour. So just failed to break down. We got the nice gap up. Shorts get trapped. Barely any selling comes through with this weak dip. Fails to break down. And from there, it just starts reclaiming with a perk in demand. And that demand keeps sustaining. And that's what pushes stocks to higher prices, the demand imbalance. And here we are. It was holding 150-ish, the mid ones, holding VWAP, and the demand sell kept coming through. And as you can see, after the push higher, selling did kind of come through, but faded pretty quick and wasn't able to really break the play down. So even if there's some solid selling, if it can't break the move, um, there might be enough buyers to absorb all that selling and still push it higher. So this was a very nice play. Unfortunate to have missed it, but the one I traded was BBBY. Solid multi-day bounce here. My only problem with this today was I never got a great opportunity to add without ruining my size or my average and my risk level. So that's why I never added. I got 150 shares at 364 here. Was calling it on the live stream. It had a fake out breakdown, just 5 cents lower than 340. Comes right back, and then demand really starts picking up. I throw in some shares, a little starter. Was thinking we'd get a little perk and then consolidation around the red green high day area, but from there it just slowly chopped up higher, and then we got this quick little double bottom, but never really a good opportunity. And at this point, I would totally ruin my average if I were to size in the rest of my size here, especially because at this moment I'm a bit unsure with this double bottom. So I saw it as kind of a risky move and ended up squeezing, and I sold off my 150 shares at 429. Solid, roughly 18% move that I captured, and that was right near the highs, 5% within the highs or so. So very nice to see that work out, but totally wish I had more size. But very happy with the way I executed. Captured damn near the whole entire move. Recognized the trigger. Failure to break down was my main watch this morning. I missed other plays because of it, and it just sucks I didn't get the size I wanted. But very happy with how I approached it, and my recognition of how volume was going to affect the play and how it was reacting. So that's a live stream you can check out on Tradecaster. I believe they're recorded. I'm not sure actually if they kind of stay in the library, but you get the stuff at a whole dollar, half dollar area at 4, and then you get some decent selling, but fails to push it lower, double bottoms, and then the buying pursues. But yeah, that's really all it was. Just a multi-day bounce, something we know. With that high day break that we always look for, on average 30% move from previous close. In this case, we got just under that, somewhere over 20%. Um, but yeah, that's just combining my knowledge on how much I can run, knowing what the possibilities are, as well as combining my knowledge with momentum and reading volume, because I was comparing this choppiness here in the 430s to GSUN from last week, where I was recognizing it in the 280s, 380s, what was it? 280s, when it was getting very choppy before I sold it near resistance at 3, and this choppy move with lighter volume was an indicator that the top is coming in pretty close. So was able to recognize that, and that paid off. So I'll take that $98. Why not? Besides that, that's kind of the day. We'll see what shapes up tomorrow. I'll make another video lesson going over the top plays from the watch list for tomorrow.